motherfucker ever born. It's a Sun Wukong story to the Chinese. People in India say it's a Hanuman story. Over here, they say it's Quetzalcoatl. But whatever the fuck it is, their time is up. Our time is now. We back for our shit.
Yep.
We weren't fighting for nobody else shit. We just want ours. If it ain't ours, we don't want it.
Yep.
I don't want somebody else shit. I only want what's mine.
Exactly. And that's how people got to understand, like, even we thinking that it's going to happen in a certain way. I'm like, no. Even you take a look at what's going on in Venezuela. I just saw somebody freaking out about what's going on in Venezuela. With Venezuela, they freed everybody in their prisons, right? Their economy collapsed. They freed everybody in their prisons. Well, what the fuck you think is going to happen over here? United States is finished.
What's going to happen over here too?
All our political prisoners will be free. Prisoners will be free. Everybody that was wrongfully locked up is going to be free. And we're going to get our shit back.
All of them wrongfully locked up.
Yeah. Basically, So,
I just want to be the one go get my homeboy Killer Miller out of the Marquette Penitentiary in upstate Michigan. I want to be the one go pop his motherfucking gate. I want to bring him out personally because he don't want to see the motherfuckers policy enforcers because it's war on site. So I just rather go get him myself.
Right. Yep.
And so if it's war on site, it's war on site, nigga. I'm riding with him.
Right.
He in good shape. He know how to fight.
Yeah. That's that time. It's like right now we're in a time period where it's like, this is not the time to be worrying. This is the time to be manifesting. This is the time to be, like getting back to your land, listening to what nature got to tell you. It's time to go back to where you're from. It's time to put your feet on the ground, listen to what Mother Nature telling you, pay attention to your dreams, cut the phones off, and all that. Pay attention. Go where you're supposed to go, because that is going to be what's yours. Everything has to be returned back to us at this time. Period. There's no other way around it. No other way.
Hey, I sent you down a rabbit hole of research since I've been knowing you, ain't I?
Yeah, I've been. What you say? Hey, Spirit telling me, all right, this is what he said. Go back, find this, find that, find it. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find the shit. It's not gonna be no okay. This is what he said. It may take a month. It may take a few months. Hell, it may even take 6 months. But I'm gonna find the shit. It's gonna come to me, right? So I appreciate that. Like actually figuring this shit out that, oh yeah, we really not supposed to be touching the forms because the shit is copyrighted. Why the fuck would I put my intellectual property on some shit that's copyrighted? And then they tell me I need a license for some shit that's copyrighted. That don't have anything to do with us. Never will have anything to do with us. So I appreciate that because it came right away. So now y'all can do the research on it yourself.
So I did went through the Indigenous Rights Act for a reason, because only way they tell us it's a blueprint to the application of your autonomous rights.
Yeah.
One of the critical things in there is to say that they won't interfere if we go back to our oral traditions. If we go back to our oral traditions, that grandfather us in to everything before 1492.
Yep.
So we have to remember that. If you got a grandmama or a big mama that got a grievance and she put that shit in the public domain according to the oral tradition, the government has to fix the problem. They government won't do it. So it's almost like a conjure calling our government to solve our own problems for ourselves. By having the big mamas in the community speaking up, it called the community to action in a different kind of way than a draft would for a soldier. It doesn't work like that. It activates your energy centers. That's why Mama T, she used that age app to make you look older. It's a filter. And when she tell the story looking like a big mama, the response is fucking ridiculous. I put her up one time people be sending me. I watch her on TikTok, but people be sending me all her YouTube shit, everything. They just be sending it to me. Like I already fuck with her. You had to send it to me. I already fuck with her. You
Yeah.
know, but I found a brother on Facebook. I put up some stuff from him. He been going ham with the knowledge,
Hmm.
right? I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do another live, and I'm gonna talk about other people like Karimo on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
The
Kareem. Yeah.
rise of the Marukan,
Uh-huh.
right? That's his tribal landmass over there. He one of the Tupac boys.
Right. Then that brother had educated me, and I had educated our family because my mother's lineage is Costa Rican. They still live there. I go there at least once or twice a year. And I was telling them we're Mexica, we're Sigua, right? And telling them about Caremio's knowledge because that landmass called Costa Rica was called Talamanca. They kept telling us, like I went to one of my family members' homes, and they have the tracks, how they made the tracks in the 1800s. They still had it in the basement, right, from the 1800s. And they brainwashed us into believing that we were Jamaican. And I said, no, we didn't come over from Jamaica to Costa Rica. We were in Costa Rica already. But they have this big thing in Costa Rica where they say, no, none of y'all existed over here, right? The Spaniards were the ones that was here. And it's like, no, 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 no. We were here. We were the Mexica. We were the
So
dark.
all of those islands, most of the people don't know they ain't from directly from Africa. They indigenous clans from Cuba, Dominica, Puerto Rico, Haiti. All those are indigenous tribes down there.
Mm-hmm.
And they did have interactions with Western Africa for thousands of years. And the royal families of the Americas on the eastern seaboard, north and south, central, all the royal families exchanged brides among the royal families as a blood diversification program, right? Because in the royal families, the incest was common. So to keep the genes diversified, they would marry across the water to because they got an entirely different strain of blood. But like it's indigenous people to South America that got sickle cell. They've been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But they got malaria and mosquitoes down there too.
Yep.
The sickle cell trait, when the new frequency come in, it's gonna be something special. Inky did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The mosquito and malaria, that was Enlil, one of his plagues. Inky created the sickle cell to protect the human from the malaria. When the DNA upgrade, it's supposed to upgrade the function of those people. They gonna be something special. I don't know what the fuck they gonna be, but for him to do it, they gonna be some special shit. And I want to
Yeah.
see it because I know some people with sickle cell with some good motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
had sickle cell, you know.
I got
Prodigy,
some cousins. Yeah. Yeah.
Prodigy, Mob Deep. You know, they say he died, but I can't find him on the ethers dead.
Mm.
I looked for him. I'm
Mm.
inclined to believe he was extracted because I can't find him dead on the ethers.
All right. And Prodigy said a lot of shit now. He said a lot of things the
I
world
know
don't
they
know.
had to extract ODB because they was trying to kill him for real. He
Right.
had to piss George Bush and them off playing Chief Crazy Horse because you know that's who he was playing, right?
Mm. Really?
Yeah,
You told us about that one.
yeah. And so they definitely wanted him dead. That motherfucker wouldn't shut the fuck up. He can fuck around and wake all these niggas up.
Right.
Trying
Right.
to act. He be doing that old ODB shit, but then he tell you some real ass shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting right there. That's very interesting right there. And it's funny you talk about the sickle cell because other countries outside of this one have a tendency to treat it better
Mm-hmm.
because they know that the people down there have it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not common down there, how the fuck y'all know how to treat it better? than how we know how to treat it up here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not until we leave here that we figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's all by design.
Our
You know what I
elders,
mean?
our elders know how to treat everything.
Yeah.
The only problem is we believe Western medicine with their copyrighted medications. You got to remember that trademark, copyrighted, federally protected by the Food and Drug Administration, and the American Medical Association is their promotional and distribution wing of narcotics. It's a whole cartel. But
Right.
But because they put out pamphlets and paperwork, we believe they more legitimate than that nigga selling crack on the street when they the same amount of legitimate.
Same amount. Yep. They just want him to be registered. They want him to be taxable.
The illusion of legitimacy comes with the paperwork.
Right.
Right. That's the illusion. It's because they got us conditioned that the paperwork is the validation.
Yep.
Right? Because they started off by asking us for our slave papers. Now they ask us for an ID. Your slave papers for the ones who was at Big Mama had to give you a pass so that the pale face don't mess with you. When Big Mama married the Dirty Moor, he made us believe that the pale face was the slave owner, and all the time he owned the plantation. And he lost it through sharecropping agreements, trying to be slick.
You know what's so crazy too? It's people really out here, right? They be traveling, going places without a passport, without an ID. They travel with their Bibles or their other religious texts because God said, or Jesus said in the Bible, I determine who cometh and goeth. So they use that at the checkpoint to get in and out of each country or each jurisdiction. But
that means that you are a member of the Catholic Church and you know how to use your passport.
Right.
You know how to use the authority of the church to get you wherever you want to.
Right.
There's some stuff they got to tell them with that too. Now, that ain't all of it.
Yeah.
But it's because you're a good representative of the church. All of the clergy got a clergy pass wherever they go.
Exactly.
Right. When you go to a hospital and they say that nobody can go in the ICU, and you hold up your clergy pass, they can say, let the clergyman through.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they can't stop a clergyman from coming in because he might have to give you your last rites according to your tradition.
Yep.
So he had to have unrestricted access to places everybody else can't go. He can cross borders unmolested because he's an agent of the church.
Right.
So they know what they're doing, but there's a certain way you got to use it, and only the ones who practice it know how to use it, or else everybody be using it.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
And then most of them was probably instructed not to teach anybody else how to use it because it's passed down in the priesthood. This is how you get from country to country with no passport.
Exactly.
It's a clergy pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But everything is being dismantled though, day by day. I can't wait for this shit because I've been waiting for it for a long fucking time. And so have our ancestors. Our ancestors, this is what people gotta understand. People be so afraid, but you literally gotta understand something. Your ancestors waited for this time period. This is the time period that they prayed for. And if you keep giving in to that fear mongering shit on the TV, oh, we at the end of the age, the earth is in bad shape. No, it's not. It's in bad shape for their asses.
It's clean enough for us.
Yeah, it's clean up for us.
So
it's
look,
a beautiful time for us.
You know, Trump already announced a year-long festival. I'm serious. He already announced the World Fair because that's where we're going to unleash all of the technology and healing shit that they've been keeping secret.
Yeah.
It's going to be revealed at the World Fair. All that, it's a year-long celebration. Now, we're looking at a timeline between now and January of 2025. They have to have an infrastructure fully in place to be able to facilitate the type of international travel expected.
Mm.
He already announced dignitaries is going to be coming from around the world,
Yep.
right? All of them coming to America. Why in the fuck do they want to come here? The worst reputation of all of the countries in the world, America got that motherfucker. Why would dignitaries want to come here?
Yep.
Something good got to be about to happen.
Yep.
To make the people around the world want to flock to America, all of the people of high standard and status among their own people, they want to come visit some motherfuckers in America. What the fuck we gonna have going on? The biggest Mardi Gras motherfucker ever seen in their goddamn life. The biggest Los Carnival motherfucker gonna be feeding everybody for free.
Yep.
You gonna be able to walk down the street, somebody gonna be barbecuing, having a cookout or something.
Same
You just
thing.
gonna be able to walk and get a plate.
Yep.
Let's go see the neighborhood. It's gonna be all love. Cause we gonna remember who the fuck this shit belonged to, and we gonna know we got it back.
Yep. Yep. I believe that.
And if we ain't happy, ain't shit moving. So whatever we got coming, we gonna be happy about it.
Exactly.
We gotta be. Now remember, we the ones who ain't never made no treaties with them motherfuckers.
Mm.
We the outlaw tribes, the belligerent tribes to the corporation. So we the ones they got to satisfy. The ones that made the treaties with them don't have to be satisfied because they made the treaties with them. But you know what? Somebody had to hold the bear while we figure out how to slay this motherfucker. And that was the purpose of the treaty tribes.
Yeah.
Hold the bear and keep the motherfucking paper trail alive. That's going to help us remember. The rest of us going to figure out a different way because there's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one way to shoot a gat, and there's more than one way to slay this goddamn dragon. So if y'all hold the head, I'm going to skin this motherfucker from neck to asshole. When I get done dissecting him, there won't be no doubt about it. Y'all going to be holding the head of a dead entity. And that's all they got left.
Yep. Yeah.
Anything else, Paige?
No, I'm done, man. I appreciate you so much, Rod, all the time. Thank you for all the knowledge you drop, and it's always good to be on here. So, hey,
It's good seeing you. I'll be checking you out. I don't be saying nothing though.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, much love.
All right, sweetie.